Welcome to Nicole Stepping Out, where I meet really interesting and awesome people from around the world. Today I'm supposed to have Chloe from Chapters with Chloe, but she's running a little late, so we'll give her a few minutes. I'll just see if I can find her. Chapters. Okay, Chloe, I've sent you a request. If you can just accept and join us. In the meantime,
Hi.
hi, Chloe. Thank you so much for coming on.
You're
Welcome to
welcome.
NSOS.
I
Nicole stepping
apologize.
out. No problem.
I'm
I
keeping
thought,
Spanish time now.
oh, it's okay. It's okay. So I was just telling everybody that basically my platform is here so I can chat with really interesting, awesome people like yourself. Just a little heads up to everybody out there. This session is normally on a Saturday afternoon. However, I have a prior commitment, so I thought I'll just come on and say hi to everyone in any case and bring the beautiful Chloe.
Thank
Sounding like a
you.
TV show.
What an
Just
introduction.
and also just a little news headline. Next week, guys, I'm going to have, and this is for you too, Chloe. Next week, Saturday, May the 15th, I'm having Pasqualino Barbosa, who is a chef from Italy, and he's a acrobatic pizza chef. So
Ooh.
it's really yeah. I'm quite excited about having him on, because you got to see him spinning that pizza, throwing it up, and doing. Yeah, it's going to be quite cool.
Is it going to be
However,
like a
we've got.
tutorial?
Actually, he hasn't told me yet, but he travels around the world, and he does these shows, and so let's see. No, but don't ask me to twirl pizza now. Come on, Chloe.
I would love to see that. I would love
Oh
to see it.
no. Yeah, ¿cómo estás?
Estoy bien. Estaba en
Ah,
un
yeah.
regreso de tráfico. I was stuck in
Oh no.
traffic.
Oh no, no, I'm so sorry, but you know what? I know you've worked today, so let's
No,
get
it's
on
no
with
problem.
with Chloe. So everybody, Miss Chloe is from Australia originally, and she's living in Barcelona, Spain. So Chloe, tell us firstly that those two places are so far apart. How did you land up in Spain? What happened to you?
It's kind of a long story. I straight out of high school moved to the US to live there, and I
Yeah,
was living in the US. I was there for a year and a half, and when I finished, I had no desire to move back to Australia. So,
really.
not that I don't love Australia and love my family and love my beautiful country. I just wanted to see the whole
Yes.
world.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I understand. Yes, I'm the same.
but actually, my dad got married, and I had missed being in the US. I'd missed a wedding of my family, so I didn't want to miss another one. And I wanted to be
Yeah.
there to see everything that was going on. So I moved home for a year, which turned into 2 years. And then I was working in an office job, and I just really woke up one day and was like, I don't want to do this. I'm going to move to
Wow.
Spain. And
Wow.
so
Why
I did.
Spain? Why Spain? Like, tell me, why not Italy? Why not Germany? But why Spain? What
Funny you
appeals
say
to you?
that, because I wanted to go to Italy. Um,
Oh,
I was like, pizza, pasta, coast, Mediterranean weather.
yes.
That sounds like the place for me.
Yes.
So I was talking to my roommate at the time, telling her how I was like, yeah, I'm gonna quit my job and move to Italy. That's it. Like I'm done. I don't want to be in this
Yeah.
office anymore. So
Yeah.
she said, okay, I'll come, but what about Spain? I think I'd really rather like learn Spanish than Italian. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, yeah, she has a good point. So
Okay.
here I am, and she ended up in
And
London.
they're really the languages are very similar because I'm also studying, and I've noticed I understand a lot of the words and Portuguese. So
Yeah.
those Romance languages are really similar. So did you learn Spanish in Spain, or did you learn it before you even got there?
I did not speak a single word before I came here. Not one
Wow,
word. Maybe
brilliant.
hola.
Yes.
The day before I arrived, my friend asked me how to say, we were saying goodbye. She asked me how to say goodbye in Spanish, and I was like, oh, I have no clue. Can't tell you.
Now it's adios. It's
Yeah.
one of the easiest things. So um, the other thing I want to ask you is you're at the moment you're studying and
Hmm.
you have a job there. So do you want to tell us what you do you want to tell us?
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to.
Yes.
So the studying was secondary actually to a visa because I'd been here for
Um,
a year. Being
okay.
Australian, we're pretty lucky. We can go to most countries in the world with a working holiday visa.
Oh, okay. Yes.
The problem being is they only last a year in most countries. So when my
Uh,
first year was up and we were right in the middle of COVID, um,
oh.
I couldn't go home to renew or change my visa, and the only visa you can get whilst already in Spain is a student visa. So,
Oh, okay. Okay. So what are you studying?
so I study full time in a language school. So in the mornings I take,
Ah.
and then in the afternoons I take French.
Sorry, can you just repeat because it went off for a minute? So
Oh,
in the
sorry.
morning, what do you do in the morning?
I take Spanish.
Ah, okay, okay. So
Yes.
we're studying together. I should practice
Yeah,
with you. I just,
exactly.
it's so difficult to find someone it's easy. I think you will agree. Well, you live in Spain, but I'm in South Africa and I cannot find anyone to practice Spanish with. Like I really cannot find someone. It's so difficult. So because you want to
Yeah.
be able to, the conversation is the most important thing, isn't it? Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
So I'm pretty lucky here
yeah.
because
Awesome.
my housemates we speak in Spanish. I have friends that speak in Spanish, and I go
Oh,
to school
awesome.
and speak in Spanish for 4 hours a day.
Awesome, awesome. And you're working as well. That's so
Exactly.
you will.
Although I teach
So what do
English,
you?
so I don't spend a lot
Ah,
of time speaking Spanish, but sometimes I can explain
okay,
concepts, and sometimes the students will ask me a question in Spanish.
okay, okay, okay. So you've been there. It's now two years. Is
Yeah,
it 2 years that
almost.
you've been
It'll be
there?
2 years in
Wow,
summer, which summer's approaching us
wow.
now, so that's very soon.
You know what? I just want to take a moment, everybody out there. Let's just congratulate this woman because she's a strong woman to leave her country and go on her own. And you've actually you've made it. It's something to be proud of. I lived as an
Thank you.
expat. I lived as an expat alone as well, and I know it's not easy, especially when English is not the first language in that country. So, you know what? Well done
Thank
to
you.
you. My next question is, have you traveled in general to a lot of countries, and how many have you been to?
So, oh, how many? I think I just went to my 24th country this month.
Wow, that's a lot. And that's brilliant. And I now this is the I don't know if you need to think about this or if it will come easy. What is your worst destination that you went to where you were so excited, but when you got there, it was so underwhelming and you were just like, why did I want to come here? Tell us
Yeah.
about it. You do have a time like that, right?
Um, Honestly, I can't say that there's been many places that I've gone and felt like I've wasted my time by going there.
Okay. Okay,
I
good.
know a lot of
Good.
people, I know a lot of people say that about big destinations like Paris or London or things like that. So I
Yeah.
always try and go with really low expectations.
You know what? That's amazing. Because I interviewed the beautiful Bok Young from Kim Chihuahua Travels last week, and I'm not sure if you got to see that, but she said the exact same thing. So I
Yeah,
think that's a great travel tip. You know, don't have high expectations. Don't just go there and just make the best of it, right?
exactly. I think a place can always let you down if you have what you want it to be set in your mind, but if you just let
Exactly.
it be what it is. And I think
Yeah.
anywhere you go, you're going to meet amazing people. So if you're open to
And
that,
make the best of it, right? So,
exactly.
so my next question leads me to my next question. What is your favorite destination?
Oh, that's a tough one. I have to say, I am absolutely in love with Italy. Like
Me
everything, the whole
too. Me
country.
too. Best food, best coffee, best
Hmm.
sights, so much history, every centimeter. Yeah, yes, I agree.
The
We love all the
beaches, the
countries.
weather, it,
Yes. Oh, it's
the people are
amazing.
lovely.
The food and the food and the
The
food.
food and the food, the tiramisu and the pizza and the pasta and the coffee and the
Oh,
gelato. Oh,
I know. If you know what, if there wasn't so much walking involved, sightseeing, actually you'd get really like fat.
I think so.
Gordo. Gordo.
Gordo or gorda for us.
Sorry, gorda. Spanish lesson. I always get the genders mixed up.
Me too, to this day.
Yeah, just a note to everybody who's watching now. Thank you so much for being with us. You can ask Chloe questions. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know, she's here, so you all get to know her. And you know what? Comments, whatever. How did you land up in Barcelona, and why not Madrid and so on? And I wanted to visit. I wanted to visit Barcelona, by the way. I had a
Hmm.
ticket and everything, but I had to cancel.
Yeah.
So La Sagrada
La Sagrada
Familia
Familia.
and all these things. So
Yeah.
why Barcelona?
So honestly, I did very little research before I got here.
Okay,
But I'm a big city person, so I love big
okay,
cities
okay.
and I love being by the beach. So Barcelona ticked
Ah,
all the boxes.
I was gonna ask you, are you a beachy vacationer or are you a city vacationer? So you're a little bit of both, I
A
think,
little bit of,
right?
yeah, for vacations I
Yeah.
can go one or the other, but for a place to live, I like to have a mix of both.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, yeah, so you've been in Barcelona for 2 years and you know, so much has happened in this past year. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, but you've obviously made a lot of friends and you've settled
Yeah.
in and so on. You've got to sightsee a lot.
Yeah, I have. I was just talking
Yeah.
about with a friend who's actually also from South Africa. We're both leaving the
Oh,
city this
okay.
summer. And I was saying I've been
Wow,
here for
okay.
2 years and there's so much that I haven't done. So many normal tourist
Yeah.
things. For example, I haven't been inside the Sagrada
Oh,
Familia.
no. Though you know that this is I do believe this is what happens when you live in a place. So I lived in Dubai
Yeah.
for 13 years and I never went up the Burj Khalifa. Never.
Yeah.
I never visited the Burj Al Arab, and I regret that now because I'm here back in South Africa in Johannesburg,
Yeah.
and I don't know when I'm going to get to go with the whole COVID situation. And
Yeah.
I think this is a very important thing to learn when you're abroad or when you travel, is to try, like when you think you should see something, guys, get out there and just do
Yeah.
it. Don't waste it. It's just about life, isn't it? It's about just going out and
Exactly.
just you know, seeing as much as you can. Now,
Hmm.
I love your platform, guys. Please have a look. It's called Chapters of Chloe. How did you come up with that name?
This roommate, the one that came up with the idea to move to Barcelona, she also came up with the name.
Oh, you know what? I think you should just keep her around. She's a good
Yeah,
friend. She's
she's
very
a very
productive
good
for
friend.
you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. And when you go out and you taking these pictures, your pictures are really beautiful. I really
Thank
like them.
you.
are you taking the pictures yourself, or is your friend doing that for you? What equipments are you taking?
So
Do
usually
you
I have a friend or whoever I'm traveling with take them. If I'm by myself, I will ask a stranger to take them, and that can be
It's
give or
scary,
take
right?
how it turns out. You never know if you're
Are
going
they
to get
gonna
your
ru-
phone back. You never know
are
if
they
the
gonna
picture's
run
going to be
away with
bad.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But I mean, I really like the aesthetic look of your platform. How did you get into? Are you only on Instagram, or do you have a blog, or what exactly are you doing? Do you
I
write,
had
or you just on Instagram?
I had good intentions of starting a blog, and I have good intentions of starting a blog,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's one
yeah,
of those things that I haven't got around to yet. I have it all. I
yeah,
have all
yeah,
my
yeah.
notes
It's
ready, all my travel tips, and all my destinations. It's just sitting
right.
down and putting it all together that I haven't found the time for
It is
yet.
a it's I think Instagram on its own is a lot of work, to be honest. Like it takes up
Yeah.
so much of my time. You know, if you don't keep up with the Instagram and your followers run away, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like for me, I find it I mean, I'm on so many platforms, but it really does consume you, like Instagram specifically, you know. But I think, you know, you have a lot of material to write about. So we're looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing that blog, you know.
Thank you.
It's a lot of fun, I think, you know. And perhaps sometimes with these things, I think it's just start slowly. Don't make it too much, you know,
Yeah.
just start slowly, and then do what you can when you can, you know. But it's so great to meet a fellow blogger. And I hope we
Thank
can
you.
meet one day in person. I
Me too.
wanted
And in
to
the
ask
meantime,
you
we can send voice notes back and forth in Spanish to practice.
Spanish. We can use each other in that way. Do you
Exactly.
prefer, do you travel on your own, or do you go with your friends?
It really depends on the situation. Sometimes I
Right.
travel alone, sometimes with
You do.
friends. Yeah. hmm
Okay. What is
Absolutely.
your personal preference? This is a loaded question because your friend is there, right?
Um, it really depends. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm in the mood to be with a friend, and sometimes I prefer to be alone. There's
Yeah.
no one that's perfect or one that's not. I traveled with my friend actually for almost 3 months when we got to Europe,
Oh,
and
okay.
we had the perfect mix of every now and again we'd just split off and go to a different country or go to a different city, or
Oh,
just
okay.
say, you know what, today we feel like being alone. Why don't we spend the day alone and regroup back at the hotel tonight?
Yeah, yeah. It's good to
So,
have that time apart as well. And
yeah.
that's actually, I mean, I never really thought of that, but that's a brilliant idea because I think if you spend too much time with a person in a different place, then you can just get
hmm
under each other's skin. So, and the
Absolutely.
thing that for me personally, I always say I like solo travel because I don't have to accommodate anyone else. I can eat what I want, when I
Yeah.
want. I can walk as much as I want, and I don't have to worry about someone being tired because I really try to like soak in as much of the place as I can and stuff. I'm a bucket list kind of a person. I'm also a
Yeah.
person who wants to just stroll around and just come across stuff. So not everybody's like that, but I actually think your way is actually quite a cool way because then you get a bit of both, right? It's not too intense.
Exactly. And you can have someone at the end of the day to come back to the Airbnb and talk about your
Yeah,
day with, or go out to dinner together, which is sometimes nice. And
yeah. What is your favorite Spanish food?
ooh, that's a difficult one. So
Uh,
I don't eat meat, which has made eating Spanish food very difficult for
oh,
me.
really? Okay. Are you vegan
Um,
or vegan, complete
no,
vegan or
vegetarian.
Okay, okay.
And I would say 90% of Spanish food has meat in it. So I think there's a
Yeah,
lot that I haven't tried, but I do
yeah.
love tortilla.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's
Can you make
delicious.
it?
I have made it.
Ah, okay.
Three times
Okay.
now, two of
Well,
which went well. One time was questionable.
I think they, I mean, I can imagine that they would have, like in Spain, these cooking classes as well. I think so.
Yeah.
I've seen it. So I think you can go out and you can actually learn how to make some nice Spanish food. I love paella. I just,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, the seafood.
Yeah.
I won't do the rabbits. I can't eat a
Yeah.
rabbit. Rabbit is not, guys. I mean, for me,
They're
it's a
too
pet.
cute.
It's a pet. It's not food. No. So, oh no. So, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say thank you so much. We were almost up to, I don't know why nobody has asked a single question. They're just watching us here. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, we don't have any questions today. Hmm. But we have a lot of people on. Um, yeah, not one question, which is so interesting. Um, my last question to you, because we're just about to run out of time. Um, what is your advice to female solo travelers or just female travelers in general? What tips would you give?
I think my biggest piece of advice would be to just go. You can't wait for someone to join you. You can't wait for the perfect
Yes.
moment, the perfect destination.
Yes.
You'll be waiting your whole
Yes.
life, especially for someone
I
else to
know.
join you. You just have to go
Yes.
and you'll
Yes.
meet people along the way. You'll have amazing experiences. It'll
Yes.
be wonderful
Yes.
anyway.
Yes. And you know what? I think that women are scared and well, a lot of people are like that. It's just, I guess, society. You
Yeah,
know, people don't understand what a beautiful experience traveling on your own can be because
exactly.
you get the 100% full experience and you're not distracted by the other person. So you're able to take in everything that a place has if you're open to that. And you know what? Like I love what you said earlier, you know, that you just you should just go and just try. And you know, because if you go through your life and you think, oh, I should have, I mean, for me, that's why I even took my first solo trip.
Hmm.
It was back in 2018, and I was waiting for people, and people are like, "Yeah, I want to go," and come on, let's go, let's book it, let's because you got to book you have to book your vacation time with work and so on,
Yeah,
and they're not committing, they're just not committing, and then you know, years going, it's, you know, time goes by so fast, guys. And
it
then
does.
you just, before you know it, you're sitting, oh, I wanted to go to this place and that place. And then you haven't gone anywhere. So this is what I did. And when I booked my first trip, I learned so much on that trip. And my number one thing, please don't pack lights. And if there's somewhere, I did these travel tip Tuesday, and it was my number one thing because I went to Europe with two big bags. You know, the cobblestone streets in Europe.
No.
There I was sweating in June, carrying these two big bags. So the thing is, it was such an education. I mean, don't you
Yeah,
find that you grow as a person and you become braver, right? And I don't know about you, but this
absolutely.
is become more independent and you because you reach a point where it improves your self-esteem, your confidence, because you are forced to find a way. It actually exercises your brain because you have to figure things out. You may not understand the language, but you have to be bold enough to go and ask people, you know, where's this? Where? And sometimes they can be rude, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you don't.
Sometimes they send you in the
Sometimes,
wrong direction just for fun.
yeah, just to get rid of you. Like try speaking to people at a station in Europe, and I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was Germany or Switzerland, but I was like, I don't know where to go. And I had to just keep trying and keep, and sometimes you think,
Yeah.
what am I doing here? But you get through it. You get through it, and you actually, it becomes such a beautiful experience, right? I mean, for me,
Exactly.
I think it's a wonderful experience, especially in Europe.
Yeah.
Because Europe is not like here in Africa. It's like, you have to fly so far to get to us and so
Hmm.
on. But in Europe, everything that the transport system is so good between the countries. So it's actually
Yeah.
so easy to just take a train and just go from place to place to place, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Train,
yeah.
bus, plane, you can get anywhere you want very easily.
So you've obviously, I believe you would have traveled to quite a few European countries during your
Yeah.
time there, right?
Hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I was
So,
lucky and I got here before COVID. So I
yeah.
managed to get a lot of traveling done beforehand.
Okay, okay. Yeah, and there's just so many countries. They're so small, but you can
Yeah.
go and visit so many of them. Which ones do you still need to see? What is on your list of Europe
Ooh,
before you leave?
there's so many.
There are
So
lots. So,
I'm waiting to see what happens over the summer and if things are going to open up a little bit more.
yeah.
And most of where I want to go, I haven't been to Greece yet, which feels like a big
You must.
disservice. Yeah,
Yeah, no, you need to go to Greece. I believe it's opening up now. I
I think
think
so.
I think you can go.
So
Um,
if anyone's looking for me in summer, that's where I'll be. Greece,
ah,
Croatia, over that
yes,
side.
we're looking forward to those pictures. So, Chloe, thank you so much for fitting me into your busy schedule. I know it's
Thank you
end
for
of
having
the week,
me.
and wish you all the best with your travels and your adventures. Keep us updated. For anyone who wants to see your platform, it's Chapters of Chloe, guys. Add her, follow her. She's there. And also, thank you so much for always supporting my platform. She's always liking and commenting and so on. And I really appreciate that. So have a happy weekend, and we look forward to seeing where you land up next.
Thank you. Have a lovely
Thanks.
weekend.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.